Should we get Dark Magician Girl in the shot just so that for the purposes of thumbnails we'll get DMG in the shot? Let's do that. And okay guys, here is today's project. Ta-da! Mobile ball pod. Mobile pod ball, excuse me. Verka. Version Katoki. Let's get it right guys. Version Katoki. All hail Katoki. Katoki. And yeah, let's get started. Karmi. Hello Karmi, how are you today? Just the one ball. Yes, I'm a single ball owner. Maybe the other one will drop someday. Maybe the other one will drop and I'll have two balls, but for now we got the mono ball. You know, I was saying like with this whole ball building thing, I was like, it's kind of funny. And yes, I fully acknowledge that there's a bit of a cheeky kind of joke about it, because we can say ball. Holiday Sloth, you got it, Karmi. Coming right up. Ba-da-ba. There you go. Maybe next year, yeah. You know, that's my wish. That's my holiday wish. That's my Christmas wish. And it's Mando. How do, Mando? Why do I always come in on Karmi saying something weird? It's the great mystery of our time. We will never fully know. We'll never fully understand the mysteries of Karmi. Just bear with me, everyone, while I open up some of these baggies. There's not too many bags and there's not too many runners at the end of the day, because this is a master grade kit, but it's a master grade kit of a ball. So I mean, you know, it's not like it has a lot of articulation. It doesn't, like, you know, it's pretty straightforward. There's some metal bits in here though, interestingly enough. It's a curse. The curse of Karmi. A blue ball. I was actually thinking about that. If I could get my hands, if I knew that we were gonna get into this, I would have bought the. I think she'll be safer over here. I would have bought the high grade balls, because you get two. You get two balls. They're smaller balls, mind you, and it would be really funny to paint them blue. Let's take a quick look at the instructions. Karmi's post was glorious. Which post? I may have missed it. There it is. There he is. Katoki, Hajime Katoki, the man himself. All hail Hajime Katoki. RB79 ball, Verka. There is this orange one. I've seen some pictures. It does exist, but I haven't seen it. Better blue than flesh color? Yeah, fleshy color. That would be kind of whack. But yeah, the illustrations, I love this too. There's all these like sort of very technical drawings. Very cool. Yeah, it's all in Japanese, sadly. Nowadays, instructions are in, they do have English instructions, do they not? There we go, let's go. Let's mission start, guys. And we'll prop this up just past the camera. Let's go ball. Ballin'. Now, I think we have everything in order. What do we need first, guys? The body. We need B, F, and yeah, B and F. Runners B and F. Let's get it. Let's start. B and F. You did a waifu test on Twitter? Oh. Okay, here's B. Mando, I've never seen a Katoki interview be in anything but Japanese. Oh, really? Interesting. And here we are. Polycaps. These are some big old polycaps. Whoa. Interesting. The result. Oh, I did see that, Carmi. You're an S tier waifu. Congratulations on being an S tier waifu. Look at that. That's our Carmi. What was it? The horny meter? You're like super maxed out on the horny meter. Damn, how'd you even max out the horny meter? How did you answer these questions? We need 2 of these wedge shapes. Yeah, this is really interesting already with these wedges, with these polycaps. And let's change up the music real quick. Oh, really? There's no questions? It's just based on your name? That's wild. Actually, I like this song, so let's just finish out this song. Jose, time for me to build that custom build S-tier waifu for Carmi. There you go. There you go, Carmi. A custom build from Jose Mochi. This is a very interesting color. It's kind of like a dark gray. I don't think it has any metallic color to it, but it's very nice. It's very nice and it's very reflective. It's very shiny. And this is all the interior of the ball, which I would like to maintain the interior detail somehow. I would like to be able to display it in some way. A lot of it is going to become obscured because of the outer parts. Do you like the sheen? The best personality. Personality? Best impact? There you go. Whew. These parts be flying. I think I gotta bump up my fan to level 2. It's level 1 now. Got the window open as well, but yeah, it's kind of weird right now, the temperature here in Ontario, where it's like sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cold. It's like can't make up your mind. I don't know how to properly dress. Small personalities. Alright, give me a second, guys. Oh wait, is this a peg or is this... No, we cut this off. Oh, by the way, this is my first master grade. And my first Verka. I've never built anything higher than a high grade, so we're kind of jumping the gun here and moving on straight to high grade. Although, you know, that being said, it is a high grade, rather it's a master grade ball, so you know it's not going to be that involved. At least I'm not expecting it to be. But yeah, give me a second, guys, while I turn on the fan. Jose Mochi. Man, the weather today, yeah, like outside it's kind of gray. It's not that great, to be honest. It's a bit of a bummer, but we shall carry on. Now, we were in the middle of just trimming the little extra nubbage. There it is again, guys. Another train. We must answer the mating call. Every time. I bought that in the summer, and it's probably one of the best things I ever bought all summer long, just based purely on the amusement factor, purely on how much entertainment I've gotten out of it. Even like the very first time I tooted it, like immediately after buying it, I was like laughing my ass off. And yeah, even now I still get a good sensible chuckle out of tooting my my whistle. Yeah, it's actually kind of brownish. Actually, this it's like slightly grayish brown. Very interesting. Toot toot. How you doing today, Carmi? Hope you're doing well. Let's give a little bit of a shout out to everyone in this chat. Although I suspect many of you know each other, it's just good manners, guys. I'm trying to mind my manners. Let's get some different music on. Ooh, wait, not that. What? Hold on. Okay. There we go. Yowza, what up, Yowza? How you doing today? By the way, Yowza, I saw your drawing. Very cool. Your mecha drawing. Very nice. So what's next? What's next for Yowza? Carmi, well, I woke up on time for work. Yes, this morning. Very good. First time in ages. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a win. Found out that my Facebook account was locked and it's needed for work. What the heck happened? Holy shit. What the hell happened? Spent the morning getting it unlocked, and then shortly after the internet went down for about an hour. Holy crap. That's a pretty crummy start to the day. Hopefully you got that all sorted out and things have kind of settled down. That's a shitty start. Interesting. That's one way to put it, yeah. Interesting start to the day. Wah! I think we gotta sand those parts. Just trying to cut it off with an X-Acto. I think those might be the chairs. By the way, Yowza, we're working on a ball today. It's my very first master grade model kit. Now my brother, Night Trap, shout out to Night Trap, my brother. You guys know Night Trap. He has recently been working on a master grade Verka. What is it? High New Gundam. He's working on High New Gundam, master grade Verka, and it's never built one before. Never built a master grade kit, let alone a Verka, much like me. And he is just like loving it. He's like, man, I don't know if I want to ever go back to. I don't know if I ever want to go back to high grades. And meanwhile, like the last thing I had built was a frickin' prior to this right here was a high grade model. No, it was an entry grade, I think. It was an entry grade, so I'm like, wow. I'm here like building an entry grade, and then this guy's building a frickin' master grade. And I'm like enjoying the entry grade too. I think that there's actually something very nice about that experience of building an entry grade and having something done and having something finished like immediately or practically, like, you know, in one sitting. Doesn't really take all that long. It's kind of nice. It's kind of satisfying. But I mean, yeah. We're gonna get more into the world of master grades, of course, as time goes on. But I do enjoy high grades too, just for the fact that there's just a tremendous amount of variety within the high grades, right? There's just so much weird out there stuff that they likely would never attempt to do as a master grade, just because, like, you know, like the prospect of like selling and engineering and all of that that go into a master grade. Maybe it's just not feasible to make all these weird little kits. That's just my theory, though, of course. That's just a theory. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do more close-up portraits-like drawings of mechs. Yeah, very cool. By the way, Yowza, are you still considering doing Mecha Month? I remember you mentioned that you were gonna have like a month of drawing mechas, and I might be interested in joining in. For anyone that's been following my art Instagram account, which is ReyOArt, R-E-Y-O-A-R-T, ReyOArt. Last month was Dinovember, and I drew a dinosaur every frickin' month. Mecha March. That's super exciting. Yeah, look at that drawing. See that drawing, everyone? Of the Gunderp. That's what you can expect from me during Mecha March. More of that. Aren't you excited? More derpy drawings. No, I'm gonna... We'll see, we'll see. I mean, I think I like these drawing challenges just as a means of, like, kind of, what's the word? Just making a habit. Just making a habit out of drawing. December. Oh, womp womp, Carmi. See, you have to be the change you want to see. That's what I would say to you, Carmi. You have to be the change that you want to see. And so you're the one that started it, so you gotta get those drawings out. You gotta whip it out. Look out. See, that's why Yowza is 100% the most wholesome person on on Makers and Crafting. Just what's December? Dorimoth, where are my Crimbus pictures, Epo? Yep, I've got a Taskmaster here, Dorimoth. Dorimoth is a demanding Taskmaster, and she demands some Crimbus artwork, some Christmas artwork. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do Crimbus. Christmas, yes. I think it's coming. It's gonna happen, but like I said, I have taken on a couple of projects just sort of naturally, organically sprouted up, and so we're kind of plugging away. But yeah, still plenty of days left, and I do want to do some drawings of Christmas stuff. It's not a daily deal. I just to clarify, I'm not like drawing Christmas stuff every day. But yeah, we're gonna be drawing some Christmas stuff. Faux show. Yowza. Oh, never mind. Not Slide. What's up, Not Slide? How you doing? Is this the MG ball? It is indeed. We are deep. We are balls deep in this ball build. It's not actually balls deep. We're just like medium deep. Medium depth. How you doing, Not Slide? What's up? How's work, by the way? But Yowza, I like it. Oh, never mind. Carmito made up art month. You just draw peens every day. Pro tip, Carmi, every art month is just made up. It's not like it's like a religion. It's not like it's emerged from the ether, and everyone's like, oh, it's Inktober, everyone. It's all made up, and so like I said, be the change you want to see, and if you want to see those peens, you gotta be the charge. You be at the head of the pack, and get everyone started. Just want to be careful about cutting these out because I don't want them to fly away. I really don't know how long this is going to take, guys. This is a fairly detailed kit, but it isn't like huge, right? So we shall see. And I don't have a plan in mind in terms of what I'm going to do in terms of customizing it and painting it and all that. Oh, it's a fairly simple build, not slide. Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty simple. I've never built a master grade kit, but I mean, the box itself was more or less the size of an entry grade, a high grade, right? It's not too many runners. Don't have to contend with the 8 legs. Right, I did see that one, which is, that's pretty cool too, but I mean, I kind of love just the classic look of the ball. Unless you can kind of remove it from that, from the legs, and so you can kind of have the best of both worlds. That would be kind of neat. Mando, simple for a Katoki, or just simple for an MG all around? Simple for an MG. Oh, that Katoki. Do you guys... So this comes with dry transfers, which I've never used before. How do you guys feel about dry transfers? Never used them before. I understand the general idea of how they work. I just haven't actually tried it myself. What do you guys think about them? Do you think they're bad? Should I get water slides? What do y'all think? Oh, you can remove it from the legs? Cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I've been looking up some other kinds of balls out there. Ball variants. They're sick but hard. Mando, only Verka I've done was RX-78-2, and it was a really quick build. Really? Interesting. Interesting. Not as good as water slides. Okay. Because I know Purple was looking at this kit as well. He has one himself. And he was saying that he might just get the water slides. Because he doesn't mind dry transfers, but because of the curved surface of the ball, it seems like dry transfers would be a little annoying. Mando, just make sure you're applying them to the correct side, and Scotch tape will be your friend. I think dry transfers look better than water slides. Okay. Do this, says Not Slide. Let's take a quick look-see. My custom MG ball with animated cockpit? Okay, okay. Yeah, no problem. Just do that. What the hell? Yeah, I'll just do that. That's sick, though. That is sick. Don't underestimate the builders out there. There's always something really, really wild that can be done with these kits. Amazing stuff. Yeah, easy. I know Notslide also sent me the Reddit post where someone put LEDs into a Gundam artifact. I mean, that thing is like 3 inches tall or something, and then someone put colored LEDs that had a whole sequencer thing. That was nuts. Someone hooked me up with some links so I could do the same with a Nachin. Oh. Okay, so it's a 2-step process here. We gotta get this dealio, and we gotta put this in here. And again, we always have to be mindful of the orientation. Da, 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 da. By the way, guys, I started playing Gundam Evolution yesterday, and I am awful at it. I suck, and I think maybe in all the times I've played thus far, I've only my team has only won once. I'm probably the reason why many of the teams of our games have failed. But I mean, it's fun. I do like the process of learning a game, of learning the maps, learning how to play, getting good at it. It's been a good long while since I played a game like this, so it is kind of fun and refreshing to get into it and really just remember all the ins and outs of how a shooter game works. And it's pretty fun. And of course, like, I'm not even an expert at Gundam in terms of like the lore and the story of all the different shows and everything, but it's really fun to check out all the things that they have and kind of get into them. So yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I don't have to tell you guys that. You guys all know that already, of course. I mean, am I gonna stick with it and really like hunker down and start playing it seriously? Probably not. But I mean, it's fun. Okay. Just once again, I always have to make sure that I'm understanding what they want me to do. And it's something like this. I just don't know. Yeah, it should be like this. Achin's eyes look like you could put a screen in there to make it look a little more animated. Shit. So you're really gonna do it? That is crazy. Well, by the way, Notslide, how has your Apex project? How's that been going for you? So last time I saw you were doing some weathering on it. It was looking pretty cool. Apex is on hold. Understandable. Your models will be there for you. Come back to them. Just don't wait too long. I think, again, friend of the channel, Eshwin, I think he revisited a model that he was working on after a breakup. And there was like a 10-year gap. There's like a 10-year gap between like when he started the model and when he came back to it. Possibly even more. Is this correct? I'm gonna say this is what they want me to do, but I'm not actually sure. Not that I also need to paint it, but my upstairs neighbor's been around more. Don't want to use an airbrush since you don't want him to. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess you don't want to kill your neighbors. I take it you'd be using enamels or something like that. We're looking for C. C, here we are. C10. C10, here we are. Did I drop another part? I may have. I'm gonna do some of these cuts and I'm gonna look for something. Excuse me, Dark Magician Girl. Ah, here we are. Very good. C10. A3. Oh, I got that. get this one out. We need this. So the Jeff Keighley Game Awards are this Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Jeff Keighley, the greatest Canadian ever to live. I'm just kidding. I am looking forward to it in the sense that we're going to get some new game announcements, right? We're going to see some new games, but to be honest, like, I really don't care about the actual awards. I'm not very invested in any game in particular to win. Now, I'm the same way with the Oscars as well. It's not like I watch many like Oscar award-winning kinds of movies, not lately at least, you know. And so just bring on the announcements. Just show me the new games. And it's always a drag, really, those game award shows. They just kind of go on for too long. And they're kind of cringy at times, I have to say. Many a time, I end up cringing myself to sleep by how frankly cringy they are. But in recent years, friend of the channel, Bacon Beer Can, many of you know Bacon Beer Can as well as Mojo Critical. They often stream the Game Awards, and it's a lot more fun just watching it with a bunch of people and shitting on it together and getting hype over like the cool announcements. So yeah, we'll probably have more news about that in the future, but please stay tuned for that. That'll be fun. And as a matter of fact, I don't think I've played many so for the actual Game of the Year nominees, I've only played 2 of them, which is, now that I think about it, that's probably more than I've played in years past. In past years, I may have only played just 1. The leaks are promising. Yeah, the leaks, they could be pretty good, hopefully. The Keighley's, exactly. I'm nervously excited and keeping your expectations low. Yeah, just keep your expectations low. It's not going to be great, guys. It's going to be a bit of a drag. It's going to be boring. I mean, what are you actually looking forward to? Do you have anything in particular that you're kind of looking forward to, Arch? Or rather, like, maybe a game that you would like to see and win? I like the surprises. Anytime there's like a really cool surprise, that's kind of like what makes me get really excited. You know, some game that no one had expected before, and it, you know, the trailer comes out and you're like, holy shit, that's so cool. Like, that's what I enjoy, but I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get that necessarily. Not really, to be honest. Yeah. So Elden Ring is up for best game, like Game of the Year, as well as Stray, the cat game. And those are just about the only 2 games that I've played that are nominated for Game of the Year. Elden Ring is a good game, but it's not really for me. And it kind of makes me sad to even say that, just because I love practically every other From Software game that I had played, going as far back as Demon's Souls on the PlayStation 3. So, like everyone else, I was really looking forward to Elden Ring, but when it finally came out, it was just kind of like, I'm kind of bored, actually. I'm all set for FF16 next year, so this year's kind of a pass for me. Oh man, so you think, what's your confidence level that it's actually coming out in 2023? Did they announce that for sure? I don't even recall. I just know that when it comes to Final Fantasy games, Delays have happened practically every single time. Mando lost interest in it after beating the same boss for the 15th time in Elden Ring. Yeah. Confidence to the max, not slide? Ooh, okay. I have kind of been beaten to submission in terms of like getting excited for games, and then they get delays into like the next year. You know, going back to like, or delayed indefinitely, like The Last Guardian, Persona. So these days I'm just like, when it comes out, and I'll play it. Yoshi P doesn't fuck around and find out. Arch slated for 2023 in the summer. Yoshi P will apologize in advance it's delayed. Alright. Guys sound pretty confident. Yoshi P is like the man now, right? I mean, this is the most excited I've ever been for a Final Fantasy game, to be honest. And I do usually get pretty hyped for Final Fantasy games. But the long production cycle, like it just takes so long for them to actually come out that I sort of just lose interest after a while before it even actually releases. So, I mean, maybe I'll just stay away from any trailers and stuff. And that way I can kind of sustain my hype level. Caught me with the dancing. That's like Yoshi put FF14, pulled it from the fucking gutter, and that game is 10 out of 10 goated MMO. I would really love a single player version of that game. I think it could happen. Am I crazy for saying that? Because Square Enix, they released a single player version of Dragon Quest, the Dragon Quest MMO, so I'm kind of feeling like it could happen again with Final Fantasy XIV. In which case I would like that. I'd rather they are delayed and fixed instead of the shit show that was the 2077 release. Yeah. I mean, it's decent now, right? Yoshi P is in charge of FF14 also, so he's got a good track record. Unless you play Paladin. Oh, Paladin's not very good. Not Slide, I'm actually super not excited for it because they were so weird when they got asked about if people of other... Oh, I remember that. What's the deal with that? I mean, it's such a weird... I didn't fully, like, pay attention to the entire conversation around that, but I was like, huh? What's that all about? Not Slide, why you gotta call me out like this? Oh, you play Paladin? Yeah, I was going to be in and out cleaning up my Gunpla display case. Hell yeah, clean that display case up. Nice. Clean that up. I think that's all I did, like, yesterday was just generally clean up. And when it was all done, I felt so good. I was like, oh yes. Only for it to get completely messy and dirty again, just like today. It's all just gonna go back. It's gonna revert back to its natural state of chaos. Not Slide, it's single player now. You don't have to play with people anymore. Really? Really? It's kind of cool. I do have to pay a sub though, right? I think this is the way. I think. Yeah, I think that's it. Although it does kind of poke out in a way that I don't think looks right. But let's just keep going. You have to still be online. Yeah. Yeah, I just need to sub. Mando. 8 and 24 person trial, still need real people. Not Slide. You really think Epo's gonna be doing 8-mans? Yeah, Yeah. Think I'm gonna do 8-mans? I don't even know what that means. Hold on a second. Maybe I can do 8-mans. Why are you doubting me? Why are you doubting me, Not Slide? You holding me down? Don't believe in me? Actually, I don't blame you. I don't believe in me. Back in my day, back in my day, I was 125th paladin in the world during A2S era of Heaven's Ward. Back in my day. On controller? Damn, on controller, everyone. You guys hear that? And you quit because the game broke you? Damn. Go in, sir. I mean, yes, but the FF14 community pretty nice and they'll carry you all the way. I see we've got some Final Fantasy players in here in the chat. Wow, that's cool. I mean, it's really popular. Would you say it's more popular than WoW at this point? It seems like people are a lot more... my sense is that there's a lot more positive sentiment towards Final Fantasy compared to World of Warcraft. That's my feeling. I don't know. Like, whenever a new thing comes out for Final Fantasy, a new expansion, people are like, oh shit, oh, it's that guy, oh my god, the music. And then when, like, a WoW thing comes out, it's not the same. It's kind of like, oh. Dragon World now. I don't know. Pandas. Thinking about it now gives me anxiety. Not Slide. I mean, that's kind of how I felt about getting into... Wait, am I... Is there a nub here? Do we got a stray nub? That's how I felt about getting into Monster Hunter Rise. I don't play Rise, but I played a shameful amount of hours in Monster Hunter World, to the extent that, like, the thought of playing Rise, it just sends me. I'm like, oh god, don't make me do this. Karmi White Mage, but considering changing to Black Mage because people make me want to destroy life rather than restore. Karmi's a healer. She's a grower, not a shower. Paladin had the short end of the stick on the damage side. They're tanky tank boys, but they hit like wet noodles. The WoW refugees are in FF14 now. Exemplar. Stray nub. You're a stray nub. Archie Love Rise. It does look like, I mean, there's a lot of interesting mechanics in it, and it's really not the game, it's just me. I just have a hard time seeing myself putting more time into a Monster Hunter game, like after having put so much time into World and having to start from the beginning as well, right? Because I'd have to basically start from the beginning, and it's like, ooh. I mean, I still might get into it. I just need time. Give me time, guys. Give me some time. The game is free until Heaven's Ward's ending. Oh god. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You guys pushing? You guys are pushers? Monster Hunter Rise will carry you. The beginning is your favorite part. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Are we gonna get into this? Maybe in the maybe in like actual Christmas time. Maybe I'll get it. Oh boy, oh boy. It is coming out on other consoles as well, so I don't have to play it on Switch. How are you playing it, Arch? I know it's on PC. I'm guessing a lot of people play it on PC. It's also really interesting when you take, for example, like Grandpa, right? Like the RX-78-2. And say you have that in high grade. you pick yourself up another high-grade kit. Possibly something like the new Gundam, right? And again, that's the same scale, right? And it just kind of goes to show how much bigger the new is compared to Grandpa. Grandpa's just a little guy. He's just a wee little guy, and that does play out in games like Gundam Evolution, right? Where, yeah, you can see how tiny Grandpa is relative to everyone else in Gundam Evolution. Hero, I got a 1/12 scale vending machine for your high grades. Am I social? Oh, I actually have one of those too, Hero. Which one is it? Is it the noodle machine? I have that one. And yeah, I have it right by all my Sosai. I have one Sosai Shoujo Teian model. Which ones do you have? Okay, let's get something new, guys. Ba-da-da-da-da. The retro ramen machine. Yep. That's the one I have. It's pretty fun. Got it this weekend. At a con? Cool. Nice. Yeah, it's a... That just might be the weirdest thing I've ever bought. Like, I mean, I bought a lot of weird model kits, I suppose. But that very well might be the weirdest one, just because it's literally a big beige plastic cube. Rectangle. It's kind of weird, but I like it. I put some lights into it, too. Alright, next page, guys. We're on the next page. Let's take a look. Let's take stock of our ball. What is the progress on our ball? There's the man's. And look at all this detail. Look at that. A tremendous amount of detail. Very, very nice. It just seems like a really technical piece of equipment. Okay, so A15, A14, and we need C. So let's get out all the A bits. You shipped out. Oh, nice. Looking forward to it. It's definitely spherical. That is what's the meme? Identifying wood. Identifying ball. That's definitely a ball. This is not A. Yeah, Carmi. Hopefully this isn't really spoiling too much of the build for you. I'm sure you're doing other things. But yeah, looking forward to getting to seeing you work on your ball. Carmi finally getting some balls. Arch is lurking. Have a nice lurk, Arch. Thank you for stopping by. Gonna take mirror squares and make them into a... Dude. You joke. But that would be cool. I would like to see that. Finally, after all these years of yearning, wanting, lusting. Is that going to be the name of your book, Carmi? A Ball to Call Her Own? A Ball to Call Her Own by Carmi. A16. Eddie has some tiny balls. He's got the HG ones. He's got them HG balls. And he was telling me that he'd like to join in, but he's kind of busy this month. He's got a lot on his plate. So I'm like, you know, that's totally cool, dude. Don't worry about it. Definitely focus on the actual important things that you've got on your plate. But we will always welcome you. We welcome you in your balls. Mando calling out Eddie like that. I mean, he told me. He told me. He showed me. No, he just told me. And iCarmy special. Exactly. That's so Carmy. That's so Carmy. Carmy actually looking for mirror squares earlier. Not sure what to go with. Yeah, let's see. This is gonna be the exterior, right? And I think the smaller the better, right, Carmy? Because like if you got bigger squares, they wouldn't sort of contour to the curvature of this nicely. So I mean, like, kind of go with like the smaller the better, I guess. Smaller the better. See? Carmy like them small balls. Jose, General Discord, check them. Not slide, they make mirrored stickers, they work fairly well. Nice. Yeah, you make a perfect match. There you go. There you go. Them balls. Dropping them balls. I mean, yes, if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, by the way, aside from just talking about balls. That's so stupid. But all month long, we're doing kind of like a group build, I guess is what they call it. I don't really know what's the proper terminology, but it just so happened to be, like last week, a number of us just ended up getting balls. They kind of were getting various stores or getting stock of the master grade ball. That's what I'm working on now. And not just in Canada, but all over the States too. I know Purple got himself the very same kit, and a couple of others mentioned it too. And then that kind of got us thinking like, hey, why don't we all just build our balls this month? We can build our balls this month. God, how many times have I freaking said this word? And then we can reveal them on New Year's Eve. We can have a ball drop. Oh, Hero, all your balls are already built? I was gonna say also that Haro counts too, being a ball himself. If you got a Haro kit or any other model kit that is a ball, please feel free to join in. On my Instagram, which I'm sure Nightbot has spammed, I do have a bit more information about it, and I'm gonna post more information about it as well. And we'll put up a YouTube video kind of advertising it as well. Just a fun thing to do, and maybe we can all admire each other's balls. Paper Joey, what's up, Paper Joey? Paper Joey's like the OG, the ball OG, Paper Joey. By the way, are you gonna join in too, Paper Joey? I hope you can, if you haven't finished them already. Carmi, to not slide, I saw those, just need to know what size they come in. It's hard to work with all these, but I know. I have to keep it up all month long. Oh god, now we're talking about keeping it up. I'm gonna have to be talking about it all month long. Oh, by the way, it doesn't matter. We accept balls of all shapes and sizes, Paper Joey. That's not a problem at all. You are most welcome to post them. In fact, I hope you do, because again, Paper Joey's like the OG ball mans. And I actually do want to get the HG ones if I can find them. If I can find them. kind of want them, like nowish. But anyways, that's okay. Ball beholder, I would love to see it, guys. Like, I mean, that's my favorite D&D monster. I would love it to see a ball beholder. D-Scythe, what kind of chat did I just drop into? Oh, you know. Oh, you know. This is strictly on the up and up. We're just talking about balls. A15. I should finish this kit like sooner rather than later, so I don't have to be to using this joke. Although I still have to paint it and everything. But yeah, nice to see you here, D-Scythe. How you doing? Yeah, sure. It's just Gundam things. Currently, the smallest I can find are 5mm by 5mm, but I feel that should still be too big. Yeah, it could be too big. Yeah, I don't know of another way that you would even replicate that look. I can't, because it's, you know, I think they sell, you can find like a highly reflective paint marker, can't you? Don't they sell that? Like really reflective paint markers or spray paint that's almost like a mirror finish. I wonder if you could just simply make your own little panels that way out of plot plate, and then you have them cut to a certain size, the size that you need, and then you get out the spray paint. I'm just thinking out loud here. I don't really know if that's gonna work, but I feel like I've seen markers or spray paint that are like almost like mirror finish, something like that. Jose, did you check out the general chat in my Discord? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I need to see Jose Mochi. Give me a second, everyone. Not so I'm looking for the exact thing I saw that had the stickers. Mando can also just print some tiny ass squares and get a chrome pen. Oh yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking along those lines. Karmi got those markers. Not slide is by Hasagawa mirror finish stick. Extendable. Okay, here, give me a second, guys. Let me take a look here at Jose Mochi. They might even have some at the dollar store. Again, Canadian dollar store. Our OP Canadian dollar stores. Not science. There's some degenerate will pay me to call them a good girl. Oh boy. Oh boy. The whole market, what is that called? That service where you can get celebrities to read shit? That whole thing is fascinating to me. Because it's like, they get, I don't want to say they're like B-tier celebrities, but it's like celebrities that you don't really think about all too much. Like Kevin. Kevin from The Office is like one of the most employed services? That's a weird thing to say. Celebrities. And he's just like, hi, I'm Kevin. Jody told me that it's your birthday today, so happy birthday, Larry. Like, shit like that. Cameo. It's called Cameo. Arch, OP Canadian dollar store? Am I lying? I usually bring up our OP Canadian dollar stores, and Carmi's like, we don't have that. You guys have arts and crafts at your dollar store? I'm like, yep. I got like video games at the dollar store. I love my OP Canadian dollar store. Okay, this, man, the runner? The gate is so thick on these that it kind of freaks me out. So let's just use this. I love the sound of that. Woo! Jose Mochi. Happy birthday is stay hard. Should I start one, guys? And I can just read it like Yoda. Be like, birthday it is. I don't know. Happy birthday you must have. Man, if Dollarama needs to move into the States, I bet they could. If they could, they would, but like, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of distribution issues with like getting that all set up, and yeah, man, I often talk about all the arts and crafts stuff at Dollarama, but the snacks? Happy birthday, it's Evo, and I made wood grain. There you go. I made wood grain. And we're just gonna leave it like that. I was, you know, when I made that, when I was painting that table, guys, I was just as surprised. Like, because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really have a technique. I was just working on that. And it was just like, oh shit, it looks good. That's it. I did work on it some more, basically just continuing to layer the same technique over top. I don't have, see, the sad thing is I don't really have a reason to do more wood grain. Like, I'm building robots here and like waifu kits. I don't really have a reason to do that unless I can get lumber Gundam. Is there another Gundam that's like made out of wood? That's what I need. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there's a clip on my channel where I'm just painting a table, like painting a little miniature table for my dollies, for my little model kits here, and I just kind of happened upon a technique for making wood grain that kind of turned out nice. It's time for Lumber Gundam. What's up, Bacon? You're back. Nice to see you back. It's time for Lumber Gundam. Hell yeah. The one Gundam where at Sunrise or whatever, like the animators for the show, for G Gundam, I'm like, God, we gotta have a Canadian Gundam, but we don't know anything about Canada. And then they all just looked at each other and simultaneously said, other than wood. And they were like, what's the chief primary export of Canada? They're like, lumber Gundam. There you go. And then they sent it off to the artist, and the artist was like, shit, the fuck is Lumber Gundam? So he did it in like his afternoon, so he could get to lunch real quick, and that's how Lumber Gundam was born. I swear to you, it probably took him like an hour. Mounties, wood, maple syrup, hockey. There you go. Maple Gundam. I'd almost prefer Maple Gundam. The maple leaf is a cool looking image, at least, kind of like an aesthetic. I don't know. Not slide, you want a Gundam pumping translucent brown sludge at people? Yes, now that you've provided me the visual. Wood, maple syrup, tacky. The thing I love about G Gundam is just how silly it is. I feel like we couldn't make a show like that now. Like, I don't think they could produce a show like that now and have it be so silly. Do you know what I mean? Like, they would have to, like, ensure that all the countries and all their Gundams look cool. You know, don't want to offend anyone. Can't have, like, I don't know. You know what I mean? They just can't do that now. It was just, they were just so silly. Yeah, maybe Lumber Gundam, maybe Maple Gundam just like... He just gives the opponent a lot of maple syrup, and then they get diabetes, and then they die in like 20 years later, and it's like, ha! You may have won the fight now, but you'll die of diabetes in 20 years! Maybe that's what they'll do. Maple Gundam can have boosters that make maple-shaped rocket boost effects. Dude! I'm down with that. Just imagine the plastic translucent effects for the model kit. Imagine. Where's Yaoza? Can Yaoza make that for us? I know Yaoza's been busy with making some concept art for mecha suits. Can we get him to do a GoFundMe? Can we fund him? Come up with a G Gundam for 2023. Give it a Heat Hawk on steroids? How about a Heat Hockey Stick? We're brainstorming here, guys. Let's call Gundam. Let's call Gundam Studios. I know that's not what they're called. Let's call Mr. Gundam. And then, oh, wouldn't that be the ultimate flex though, Bacon? Wouldn't that be like the coldest, hardest shit? Yowza, I'm here. What is being discussed? We're discussing a new Gundam. We're discussing a new Canadian Gundam because we're not satisfied with Lumber Gundam, so we're coming up with a new concept. You have any ideas on making? You've been to Canada a bunch of times, Yowza. How would you make a Canadian Gundam? Something better than Lumber Gundam, or Grizzly Gundam as he's called in the States. But the apology, yes, you've got to apologize. He's got the Canadian Gundam, Maple Gundam. A Heat Hockey Stick would be lit. I kind of want to draw one. That sounds sick. A Heat Hockey Stick? Hell yeah. Casey Jones on steroids. Maybe it's just a big Casey Jones robot. Unironically cool. Yeah, hell yeah. Heat Hockey Stick. I like it, guys. How well do we want to remove nubbage here? I guess we should be good about removing nubs. We should be observant of nub removal. Mountie Gundam. Oh, Mountie Gundam. Mounties are pretty cool, actually. They kind of get, they're kind of like seen as a bit of a joke, but they're actually pretty sick. Like, they're way cooler than the, like the Royal Guard in England. Because they actually do stuff. They actually do shit. And there was like a shooter in Parliament a few years ago. Some guy was like shooting up the place, and this super old Mountie that was like 1 month away from retiring or some shit, he like tackled his ass, kicked his ass. I was like, hell yeah. Give it a horse to look like God Gundam, Mountie Gundam. You guys are brainstorming here. Yowza. Not gonna lie, Casey Jones would make a great reference for Canada Gundam. Yeah, possibly. Casey Jones. Not Slide, that would be super dope too. Zeta face is the most hockey. It's all coming together, guys. It's all coming together. See, that's the thing though, it's like that's what made it fun about G Gundam was, yeah, it was kind of silly, right? All the different things that they had going on. But it was just fun too. And I don't know, Lumber Gundam just struck me as lame. Maybe because I'm Canadian, I'm like, lame. But yeah, I would like a full-on hockey guy that just went all in on hockey, or a Mountie guy just went all in on the Mountie stuff. I think that would be pretty fun. TBH. I think that would be pretty fun. Does Mountie Gundam apologize? Yeah, of course, naturally. Naturally. The hockey one too. I'd love to see, you know, like in a 2023 version of G Gundam, the hockey Gundam faces off against Maxter, and you know Maxter's got the boxing gloves, but the Canadian Gundam has the hockey gloves. You know what I'm saying? You got the hockey gloves. Hockey is fascinating. It's the only sport, so it's the only team sport where fighting is allowed. Just think about that for a second. Think about all your sports. Think about, you guys love football, blah blah blah. It's like hockey, they just let people fight. It's part of the game. The refs don't cut in. It's like, oh, you guys are fighting? Cool. Fight. Just do it. Go ahead, guys, fight. B14. You get 2 sports in 1 with hockey. Think about the value, guys. It's a very good point. Think about the value there. We got to stretch our dollar. Why not watch 2 sports at the same time? Mountie Gundam is voiced by Brendan Fraser? Yes. He's not Canadian. Wait, is he Canadian? Is Brendan Fraser Canadian? But I'm always looking to get Brendan Fraser work, even though I'm not involved in his life at all. I'm always happy when he's like doing stuff. This is probably a better way to phrase it. Like, hey, he's in a thing, cool. Go Brendan Fraser. Sorry this had to happen. Not sorry for doing it. Sorry. Hero, I'm horrified to paint the little glasses on this kid. Which kid is that? What are we talking about? Oh, you're talking about this kid? Oh, he was Dudley Do-Right? He's Canadian? Holy shit! I honestly didn't know that. I usually like to keep tabs on my Canadian actors and actresses. I honestly didn't know that. Fuck! And he was Dudley Do-Right. Well, shit. I didn't even know there was a Dudley Do-Right movie. Bad Canadian. I'm gonna have to revoke my citizenship. What the hell? How could I not know? This HS Girl Dolly. Oh. You have to paint the eyes on it? He did it either before or after George of the Jungle. Oh. But yeah, I'm kind of happy to see Brendan Fraser doing stuff. Like, he's in some kind of movie that's getting a lot of critical praise. And it's like, yeah, cool. Nice. Seemed like he was having a hard time for a good long while. What? Oh, this goes like this? Holy shit. This is what they want me to do? God damn. Oh my lord. Okay, well we need to, this is actually the cockpit. Just gotta refine this a little bit more. Oh, her glasses, I gotcha. Not like there was an era where he was the dude. Yeah, he was like you know how like The Rock is the guy now, like for your family-friendly action entertainment. Brendan Fraser was that for like the late 90s, early 2000s. And yeah, I heard that there was a bunch of shit that happened, like bad shit that happened to him. But I'm happy for him, man. And then there was this one movie, like it was like Journey to the Center of the Earth, if you guys remember that. The first one had Brendan Fraser, but the second movie had The Rock. And it was like, well, I guess that's what happened. It's a done deal. I'm kind of curious if this can come out now. Can this come out? This seems like it's hard to get out. But it doesn't need to, actually, matter of fact. So yeah, let's just carry on, guys. That part doesn't need to actually come out. Paper, what did he get canceled? He got called out. He called out a Hollywood executive for basically fingering him through the pants. Yeah, so it wasn't that Brendan Fraser got canceled for doing anything like bad himself. It's that bad things happened to him, as Notslide has said, and yeah, got him blacklisted. Dead Space looks a lot more promising. It's funny because I was thinking that it wasn't gonna be that great. Like, I don't know, I don't even know why I thought that, but yeah, I was kind of like, I'm more excited about Callisto Protocol. And it turns out that that it's the other way around. Yeah, Paper Joey. A good farming game like Stardew Valley. It's the most bang for your buck for sure. I love Stardew Valley, dude. Love it. Hero Pad. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna check the channel. Hero, I'm gonna be real with you. Checked out your channel in hopes of streaming my own builds. It's so chill here. Yeah. Like, I mean, definitely, if you want to do it, and if it's something you've been thinking about, just give it a shot. Stream. I'm new to streaming. I still feel like I'm a baby, to be honest. I've been streaming for about 2 years, and the whole first year was basically just learning the ropes and being very bad at streaming. And the second year we kind of punched things up and got a little better at it, just a little bit at a time. And yeah, if you're interested, just go for it. And keep an open mind about the kind of streams that you do. I think that's the best advice I have. Is like, you might have an idea of how your stream might be like, but you might end up doing something else entirely. And maybe that'll be the thing that you are known for, streaming. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. Bacon, I guess I can wait till it's available on PSN Premium? Does anyone use that shit? I know that Mojo was pretty hyped about it, but I feel like he's not really talked about it all that much. And that's why the whole backwards compatibility thing, it's like kind of a... What's the word I'm looking for? It's like, it ultimately didn't matter. Because, I mean, you put all this effort into making backwards compatible games, sure. But who's honestly going to be playing all that? You know, like, it's just not a core component of their business, I suppose. But yeah, Paper Joey, Stardew, we're going to get into some Stardew this month. I really want to play some Stardew this month. Faux show. Because yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite games. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. Look at that. I think this is how it goes. Unless I'm jumping the gun. Here, let's take this out because I'm not actually sure this is how they want it to go. I just assumed. Okay, Joja, yeah, I think I might want to go that route. Although that being said, I've never actually finished the game in any other route. So, man, we'll see. Gotta think about what I want to do with Stardew. I love it, though. I love that game, and I am super, super excited about the next game that's coming out from Concerned Ape, Haunted Chocolatier. that man has my money for life. When a new game comes out, if there's ever paid DLC, which there has never been paid DLC for Stardew Valley, and it's wild because there's just so much content that he puts out with each update. Anyways, I think we're the only two Stardew fans here. Fantastic game, and I've played other farming sims, and Stardew just hits different. Just hits different. Making you have it, but you haven't used it. Yeah. Exactly, dude. Yeah. It's just not... Everyone wants this backwards compatibility, but ultimately, I don't think anyone actually... The larger public, I should say, doesn't actually care. And it's just not worth it for Sony? I don't know. I don't know. Cozy Grove. Oh, how's that one? I need a farming game that runs out of stuff to do. So you want a farming game that actually has less content? Okay, so it's a daily sim though, not a farm sim. Who here has played the Disney one? The Disney one? I just like saying it that way. I recently discovered that people say it that way, and now I like saying it too. Disney. Who here's played that Disney one? It actually sounds like Stardew Valley. It's like Moonlight Boulevard or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that looks pretty fun. It's like a cross between Stardew and Animal Crossing. Looks good. It's not actually fully out yet though, right? Disney. You can like become neighbors with Wally and frickin' Woody, and they're like properly to scale. We've been talking about scale, guys. And yeah, like Woody is a tiny little toy. He's not like some big huge human. Yeah, and I've mentioned this already, guys, but I kind of want to play more games this month. I don't know what specifically. Stardew's a good one. That's on the menu, but yeah, we're gonna look into some other stuff. Maybe some platformers. That's kind of like the vibe. It's kind of like the Christmas vibe. Platforming. I could be down for that. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. Make a list. Check it twice. Make a list. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Paper Joey's pro list. How does this go? Nani? I don't get it. Isn't that the worst when you're just looking at the instructions and you're looking at the pieces in your hand and you're like, huh? Huh? Just like, I don't... Is this it? This doesn't seem right. Okay, first thing wrong was that it was upside down. Haha, there we go. Okay, there we go. Something about being on camera that slows the brain. Exact. You're right. Yes, yes, yes. Being on stream. It's a portion of your brain is sort of just committed to being on stream and like being aware of all the technical stuff that goes along with streaming, right? At least that's how I feel. Just like a portion of my brain is dedicated to the act of streaming, talking to people, interacting with people, trying to pretend like I'm a normal human being. That's really, really hard. Because I'm a freak of nature, actually. And And then if you layer on top of that, making a model kit, even if it's an EG, I've made mistakes while making like an entry grade model kit. So yeah, there you go. Goes in the caboose there, and looks like we need B13. Making your attention split on different tasks. Exactly. Let's get a bit of our beverage, guys. I don't know if anyone's redeemed a beverage thing, but this is what we're drinking today. This is an energy drink. Although it does look like water. Wait, is this water? By the way, Paper Joe, you're just about the only other energy drink enjoyer here. Have you ever tried this? It's not bad. It's not bad. I used to wonder why streamers play like they're stoners, but now I understand. Yeah. Little skinks. What's up, little skinks? I see you. One more consumed beverage, just for little skinks. Oh, you're back on the coffee, eh? Back on the coffee, Energy Joey. Energy Joey. Can that be your new name? Energy Joey. Interesting. That's good though. I try to limit my energy drinks to like 1, maybe 2 max. And I've probably slowed down even more. Rain is Roman Reigns? No. Although I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you guys remember the mountain from Game of Thrones. There were 3 mountains, which is to say they've casted 3 different actors to play the mountain throughout the entirety of Game of Thrones, and the very first mountain was the spokesman for Rain energy drink. He's like, you know, he's like this Polish what do they call him? Bodybuilder. The notion of bodybuilding and exercise is so foreign to me that I was struggling to think of what they were called. Exercise man? But yes, bodybuilder. And yeah, he was the guy. Paper Joey, sometimes I have 3 energy drinks a day. That is not recommended. What do they say here? Usage, 1 can maximum daily. And that's a very common statement. At least this is what it says for the Canadian cans. I don't know if they say that for the on American packaging. Possibly, possibly not.
Potato, potato.
There it is, potato. But yeah, that's a lot, dude. So I'm glad you're on coffee now. But I take it that it doesn't really affect you all that much. Potato. Okay. How does this go?
Mission complete.
Oh, is this like a foot pad? What's the deal with this? Your hands shake sometimes? Yeah. They probably would, given how much you drink of caffeine. Unless you balance that out. Do you balance that out with some marijuana? It's like checks and balances. Oh, is this happening? is that the wave? Let's carry on and see. B15 and B16. Unenergy drinks? That'd be really funny. Just like, I don't want to. I'm too tired. Too tired to even drink this unenergy drink. Eshwin, how's it going, Eshwin? How you doing? Nice to see you here. Hope you're having a good one. We are just plugging away on our ball. Oh, dude, no need to apologize. No need to apologize. You are welcome here anytime. Late, early, never. Even when you're not here, you're here in spirit, Eshwin. Yes, the sloth has a sweater now. It's ugly. A burger Christmas sweater, exactly, yeah. If I can make another one this weekend, we will attempt to do that. But I said that last time with Halloween that I was gonna make more than just the two, and I couldn't find the time. So we shall see. I was like, let's just make this one a really good one. But you know what? Really funny little perspective on things, guys. Little funny insight. So you have to name these rewards, right? You have to name it like hydrate. I changed the name from hydrate to consume beverage. And I just wanted to call this one ugly Christmas sweater. And Twitch said I couldn't. The automated detection system was like, you can't write ugly. Like, really? You can't say ugly. So what is it called now? Like, not handsome? They're banning ugly. I don't know if I wouldn't say banning. It's just like when I was coming up with the title for this particular reward, I couldn't write that. That's, I mean, is that considered banning, or is that more like censorship? I don't know. Whatever. All it means is I can't write ugly Christmas sweater. Bacon, they aren't banning the word like how Nintendo didn't cancel SWT. Speaking in rhymes here, Bacon. Do you want to be a bit more straightforward? Would you say that Nintendo actually did cancel SWT? I don't know. That's a whole other can of worms. Okay. Yeah, and there's been some other fighting game players beyond Smash that have now left Panda. They hella canceled it. Like Punk. I don't know about Justin Wong, if he's gonna leave. It's very interesting. they screwed it up. They screwed it up for their own selves. It's just so fascinating how it all is just crumbling. And it was like of their own volition. They did it themselves. It wasn't like an outside party fucked them over or anything. It's like Panda, they just brought it on themselves. Fascinating. You guys don't know what we're talking about. We're talking about Smash Brothers. Some controversy in the world of Smash Brothers. I don't know if anyone actually cares. I'm not sure I really care, to be honest, but yeah. Just I don't even know how to summarize it, because I feel like it's still an ongoing thing, and there's been like conflicting reports regarding like who's to blame here. Do you know what I mean? So I don't even know how to fully summarize it, but let's just say smash things. Let's just smash things, guys. Congregations for causing biohazards? No, that wasn't even the thing. That was not even the thing. Congregations. I love the phrasing of that. Congregations. Whoa, look at that. This looks like a Borg cube, except a sphere. If you just look at this, it kind of reminds me of a Borg cube. God damn, this is one complicated ball. Ballular detail. Yeah, really nice. Nice ball. Hey, nice ball. Totally a Borg sphere as seen in First Contact. Exactly, yeah. As seen in First Contact. Man. I miss watching Star Trek. That just kind of got me thinking about Star Trek. How are we doing for time? 5 o'clock. Alright, let's go on for just a wee bit more. Maybe just, we'll finish up this page. Hey, where are my manners? Where are my manners? Let's give a little shout out to Ashwin. Expert Ferengi lore master. If you guys want your daily dose of Ferengi rules of acquisition, tune into Ashwin. Plays lots of games, building kits, doing art, a great many things. So please check out Ashwin. You guys want to nerd out about Batman? Ashwin is your man. Star Trek, Batman, and Ninja Turtles. Would you say that's the holy trinity of Ashwin's like belief system? Yeah, let's finish up this page, guys, and then we might just shelve it for today. I will release you into the wild. That's the Trinity. That's the Trinity. In the name of Batman, Turtles, and the Prime Directive. Just hit my mic. Actually, that's one of the best parts of streaming games like Turtles and Batman, the sense of connection to people who find you and want to nerd out. Hell yeah. I mean, that reminds me of like when we hang out, you know what I'm saying? Like when we'd all just get together, just spend all those late nights nerding out about like Batman or some shit. It's kind of like that. On like a global internet scale. Now you can do the same thing but talk to someone in like Bangladesh or whatever, like Australia, can nerd out about the very same subjects, except now they're from the Philippines or something. It's fun. Global nerd out community. F. Where is F, guys? B? B11 and B12, yes. Bacon, let's talk about Batman and gush over how great Batman is. Gushers. Just gush, guys. Straight up gush. That word, I don't know. Just it's weird now. Gush. Gush. But I might just be so corrupted. My brain might just be so tainted. Gush. Anyways. Gushing on turtles. Gush on them turtles.com. Don't look at that site, guys. It's not a real site, but don't look it up just in case. That's the day of the month. I mean, the word of the month. It's the day of the month. No, it's the day of the month. Gush. I furrowed my brow, Bacon. I furrowed my brow when I read that. I was like, Nani? Nani? What should we do now that we've achieved 200 followers, guys? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Ashwin here recently achieved 69 followers, and I believe, well, I don't want to. Do you want to announce that, Ashwin? Do you want to? You can use this as your platform right now to promote any sort of plan that you might have for celebrating 69 followers. I recently achieved 200, just a bit past 200 now. And we should do something. I don't know what. Maybe we'll look at art. Maybe we'll paint and look at art. Maybe we'll do that. That sounds like the lamest thing, which is perfectly on brand for me. That's perfect. The lamest way to celebrate something. Okay, guys, we're gonna have a slideshow where we look at my art. Yes. I want to be pretty careful, pretty observant of cleaning up these parts, because it's possible that they might be buried amongst more and more detail, and so I might only have this one opportunity to clean it up now. No announcement, dude. I'm not going to do what I said I was going to do. Just stoner talk? Was that just stoner talk? Could have been fun. Doesn't seem like games I really wanted to even play. Oh, I see. Play more bats. There you go. There you go. Sounds like a fun time. You know, you don't want to advertise it, Ashwin, but here, let me be your hype man and say that if you guys want to see someone with the in-depth knowledge of Batman beyond the game itself, we're talking about the deep cuts of Batman lore from the comic books, the artists, the storylines, the plot lines going back all the way to the fucking 70s, 60s. This is, you gotta check out Ashwin, okay? He's not only gonna play the game, but he's going to have a great time and tell you all about the lore and the details. The same goes for Ninja Turtles. The gushing. If you guys want to see some live gushing, that's where you're gonna go. Thanks, dude. Yeah, the gushing. He's a gusher. That word, it just doesn't sound good. I don't like it anymore. Gusher. I'm just too corrupted now. But there was like a fruit snack, wasn't there? Like gushers. Gush. He's a gusher. There you go, Ashwin, you win. Let's pin that up. Let's do a $5 on that one. It's so stupid. Why? When did they add this? It's so dumb. Exactly, bacon. Oh god. It's too easy, guys. It's too easy. See how quickly things can descend. But I assure you, we're just talking about comic books. We're talking about superheroes. Talking about our balls, the model kit. Wow! Ooh, ooh, ooh! That almost fell. For a master grade kit, this is doable. It's not too overwhelming, but I mean, I guess I expected that, right? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of detail, but it's not anything where I'm like, oh boy, this is like, whew, this is beyond me. Sweating bullets over here. And I've said a number of times that the last kit that I've built, or rather the highest grade kit that I've built within the Bandai ecosystem is a high grade. So I've never built a master grade before, not even a real grade. But that being said, I've built Mecha Musume kits, and I've built a Machine & Krieger kit, which were quite involved and quite challenging in their own specific way. So I mean, yeah, I'm not entirely a noob at this. F. Where be the F? Ah, here be the F. F14. This is a polycap, but this is like important details. This is a very important detail that they've made a polycap, which is kind of unusual. So I'm sorry, I think I asked already, and I don't know if who else has mentioned this, but who is streaming today? Who else is streaming today? I think Bacon may have mentioned something about streaming, and I don't know if Ashwin or Carmi or anyone else. But if you are, just you know, drop a note here and let us know. You can all stay tuned. Hero, I couldn't think of a better kit to start with MGs. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. It's kind of a nice way of easing yourself into the more complex builds of an MG. Yeah. That's a great point. They should. You know, it's a shame that that this kit is probably not all that appealing to many people. Do you know what I mean? It's obviously not as sparkly, not as eye-catching as something like a Gundam. You know what I mean? It's a far cry from Unicorn or anything like that. But the detail is just so nice, and I love how it seems like a plausible, practical piece of equipment. It doesn't seem too far beyond the reach of our technology today, in some respects. Aside from the giant cannon strapped onto it, it seems like something like possibly like an underwater vessel, a submarine type thing, or something from NASA. That's actually one of the weird little things that I'm interested in within the Gundam world, is like the history of the suits and sort of where they come from, and the development history. How do you get from the prototype of a suit to the final version of a suit? You know, there's like prototypes that preceded the Zaku that were actually like construction equipment. And the development of the DJ as well is kind of interesting. I find that really cool. Ball lore, exactly. The ball lore. Alright, too lazy to really kind of clean up the detail on this, so we'll just slap that on. But look at this detail, just on this alone is amazing. Right here. Very, very cool. This, again, it just seems like something that you could actually see on like a rocket ship or something. It wouldn't look too weird if this was part of a build for like a NASA shuttle or something. Unlike Night Trap, who jumped straight to the high noon. Yeah, but you know, he had a good point. It was like, I think Notslide mentioned, like, how do you swim? Do you just jump into the deep end? And my brother was like, actually, yeah, that's kind of how my dad taught us how to swim. He just kind of threw us in the water and said, don't die. In so many words. Paper Joey, the canon one is an afterthought in Gundam lore. They were just like, yeah, let's strap a gun to this baby. Is that really true? I should read more about it. That sounds very interesting to me. Oh, was this possibly another piece of construction equipment kind of thing? Yeah, I'm gonna read more about that. That sounds cool. And at what point did they say it should be a spider mech? At what point were they like, over at what are they called? The Pfizer Industries or whatever they're called? They're like, yeah, it should be a mech. Did you ever look into Zoids? Just a little bit. I don't have any, not in this modern era of building kits. I had one as a child when I was very, very young. I had this Zoid kit, and I didn't even know what it was. I may have talked about this before, but yeah, I didn't even know it was belonged to this whole thing called Zoids. And again, it was a very small kit. And then many years later, there was this cartoon, and I was like, oh, that's what this is? This is Zoids? Oh, that's what I have? It's a Zoid? And then even more years later, I realized that there was like, it was still alive, and that there was like all these amazing kits for it. I take it you enjoy Zoids, Arch? What do you think about them? What do you like about Zoids? Tell me about Zoids. Bacon, if I remember correctly, the ball wasn't meant for war. The ball wasn't... Let's go. Let's go. Bacon gets it. There you go. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's just funny to me. The ball wasn't meant for war. Let's give you a 5-er on that one. Paper Joey, the ball was construction equipment. The Zaku made the first mobile suit, so feds were like, shit, we gotta put a cannon on these balls. That's amazing. I love it. That's awesome. I love that. We gotta get something out here, guys. Strap a big old gun on that one. Arch, I was at some point. I had a few I like monsters in general, so the Mechazoid phase of my life was just Zoids. Kind of interesting to see all the mech creatures. That's it, yeah. There's a line, so currently the makers of Zoids, they're Kotobukiya. They make these models, and so they make Zoids, but they also have another line called Hexagear, and the Hexagear range look really, really cool. Okay, let's just do a loose fitting on that. I gotta clean that up a bit more. They have a bit of that Zoid DNA because they're big mecha robot monsters. But in addition to that, the Hexagear line is made up of like G.I. Joes. They basically look like buildable G.I. Joes, and they're smaller. They're much smaller than Gundams. They're much smaller than this. And so I've been seeing some people build them, Hexagear that is, including Jose Mochi. And I'm thinking, I kind of want some. But that's the danger of being in this hobby. You just see people make things, and you're like, I want that too. So yeah. 19. And yeah, there's some crazy looking Zoids out there. I think there's a gorilla. I would really want the gorilla, to be honest. Always a great idea to turn balls into mobile artillery. Archa, interesting, I have to check it out. Yeah, Hexagear. So that's a H-E-X-A gear, Hexagear. And yeah, they make Zoids as well. And they look great. But Hexagear is kind of like, it's kind of like similar. The only thing that's kind of potentially off-putting with the Hexagear range is that they're rather pricey relative to the size, because they are actually 1 in 25th scale, I think. They're small. Like I said, like a human, they're just about the size of like one of those like 3.5-inch G.I. Joes. So they're kind of small. But then when you put them inside like a big mech or a big animal dinosaur thing, that looks cool. Okay, so we got that. This is gonna be the final step for today, guys. So let's say our thank yous right now. Let's get those out of the way. I'm not saying it's like a chore, but yeah, thank you everyone for coming to hang out. Hero Pat, thank you for the follow, and Vanilla for the raid. Appreciate it. Rio Van, Winter Gunpla. Got some follows while I was offline that helped push us over into the 200 zone, which again, super cool. And maybe we'll think about a special 200 follower event. I don't know. It'll be lame and boring, I assure you. Thanks for the stream and balls. No problem, no problem. It's what you can come to expect here.
Mission complete.
We're just slowly wrapping things up. So let's just get this last stage finished up, and then we'll say our actual goodbyes. I like to get ahead of it so that I'm not rushing. Do you know what I mean? Vanilla, mission complete. Yeah, thanks Vanilla for the raid. Appreciate it. I need to raid you at some point in time because you've been so nice to raid me, but it just kind of doesn't work out in terms of timing. Someday. I'm just gonna stream early. I'm gonna wake up super early and just stream, just so that I can raid you. It goes like this. I'm hoping that I can kind of take off some of this plating. Because I do want to take a second look at everything. I don't want to lock it all in place. but I'm not actually sure if that's doable. I'm gonna have to just see. You know, it's funny, I was watching a streamer earlier this morning, Nocte Visenya, who's based in the Philippines, and very chill stream, cool guy. And he was like, "Oh, I've got a new playlist today. You know, it's more chill, and it's the same playlist. It's basically like it's chill hop. That's what I'm playing right now." And I was like, "Oh my god!" It like I can hear all these songs over again, and they're like in the exact same order. I was like, I'm gonna get sick of this music. I mean, yeah, it's good though. It's good, chill music. No lies detected. Oh boy, look at that, guys. So this is a little loose right here because I do want to have the option to take it off, but this is what we've done so far. It just looks really cool, even this far. It just feels like a technical piece of equipment. I am very pleased with this ball. Look at that shit. And I gotta think of some ideas for what I'm gonna do in terms of like painting it or customizing it. At the end of the day, I can just paint it like something kind of normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go for something. It's not a big deal. So yeah, pretty happy with the progress on that so far. Okay guys, I think I'm going to raid someone. Let's do a little raideroonie. Gotta come up with a color scheme, yeah. We'll think of something. Not really sure what. We'll get there. Okay guys, I think we're gonna raid our pal Jose Mochi, because I'm a little too lazy to find someone else to raid. You guys know Jose by now. Builder extraordinaire.